Okay, let's try to write the ionic and net ionic equations for the reaction between sodium bicarbonate in its solid state plus acetic acid to form sodium acetate, carbon dioxide, and water. Remember, the rules are if it's ionic and it says aqueous, or if it's one of your big 7 strong acids, we split those up into ions. Everything else we leave alone. Let's begin. So the first chemical that we have is sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate has a metal and a polyatomic ion. It's definitely ionic. But since it's a solid, you do not want to split this up. We're starting this reaction with a big, huge chunk of sodium bicarbonate in the solid state. Solid ionics are crystals. They're not dissociated. Because of that, we simply want to rewrite this formula. NaHCO3 in the solid state. Plus, now the next chemical is acetic acid. I know it's an acid because it starts with H. So what we need to do is look at our list of big 7 acids. If we look at the list of big 7 acids, we notice that acetic acid is not one of them. It's not a strong acid. It mostly stays undissociated. So we want to represent it that way. Do not split acetic acid up. A lot of your problems will have acetic acid in it. Don't split it. So we're just going to rewrite our acetic acid as HC2H3O2 in its aqueous state. Now, the next chemical is sodium acetate. We have a metal and a polyatomic ion, acetate. So this is again ionic. This time our ionic does say aqueous. So when we have an ionic that's aqueous, we need to split it up into the 2 and only 2 ions. There's a plus piece and a minus piece. The plus piece is the sodium ion in its aqueous state. The minus piece is this entire acetate ion. Don't split that up. Keep the polyatomics together. So we're going to write C2H3O2 with a minus. We keep the C with the H with the O, the entire polyatomic ion together. That is in its aqueous state. All right, let's tackle the next chemical, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is not ionic. We don't have a metal in there. It's not an acid. Since it's not an acid, a big 6 acid, big 7 acid, and it's not ionic, we leave it alone. We're just going to rewrite it. And then the last one is water. Water, again, not ionic with an AQ, and it's not a big 7 acid. So for water, we leave it alone. What I have written here is the full ionic equation as shown. And let me go ahead and write that. Now, in order to change your full ionic equation into your net ionic equation, we look for spectator ions, things that did not participate in the reaction, things that are exactly the same on the left and the right. In this case, I don't see anything that's exactly the same. I don't have an undissociated sodium bicarbonate. I don't have an undissociated acetic acid. There is no sodium ion on the left, acetate ion by itself on the left, carbon dioxide or water. So in this case, there are no spectator ions. So in this case, the full ionic equation is also exactly the same as the net ionic equation. I hope that helps. Take care.